First, I just said I was going to lock in, and then I immediately
And you
stumbled.
just freeze?
Yep.
You absolutely
First
freeze?
match of the baccpaBrawl 155. I'm baccpack, and I'm joined by the one and only Patriarch Panda. Today, we've got QueenKoa versus Munchox for game number 1, the ABBA and the Giovanna.
And that's interesting, right? QueenKoa, right? And I did see both of them joined up, Queen and King. And I'm kind of curious to what's going on there, you know? I might question them a wee bit when we get into it. But here we go, QueenKoa does have the corner. Big 2S for the anti-air pickup, and Munchox going to be going through the wall with a nasty jealousy situation they have to deal with baccpack. They have to worry about it, but they do have meter to work with. Oh my.
What a whiff punish with 2K, 2D, and the super able to clear out the first round.
Certainly. Queen sitting on that burst. Probably going to think about how they're going to play it to Munchox, and oh my god, I haven't heard this banger in ages, baccpack.
No one rocks this song, but it's so good.
Oh my god. Nice. Going for the throw lip scenario. Jumps out. Ooh! 6-beat knock out the sky. Munchox certainly playing well to their situations, and here we go. We're back into it. It's all about a chase out, and they're going to do that. Going for the pressure. We're staggering away. But what a clutch cancel from QueenKoa.
Very nice chase into the knockdown, goes to the cross up. No, it's the same side, able to get the knockdown here. OTG into the BRC, same side, but Giovanna not going to fall for a double jump into the landing. Very nice combo. We're going to find a way out of this and then go right back into it with the super. Able to break the wall here is half of that install to work with here. Giovanna has a bar, use the BRC, gets caught with a close slash, gives up the burst, perfectly outspaces the 2D while charging in, gets the punish. And QueenKoa takes game number 1.
Oh, you've got rematch.
Oh, we got rematch on.
Oh,
okay.
No. Oh,
we're on to game number 2.
Oh, no.
I didn't even mean to do this, but we're on to
You
game
need to
number 2.
turn this off. You need to turn this off. Remember, it caused issues. It caused issues.
It'll work. It'll work. Trust me.
Oh, Christ.
Trust me. We jump in with the overhead into the knockdown. Burst comes out. They jump in here, dash back in, close slash. Notice they were getting FD'd out, so they tried to overextend with the 236K, but ABBA punishes that promptly. Now starting her own turn, PRC chases with the close slash into the knockdown, gets into the install. Nice staggers here. Giovanna tries to mash. Unfortunately, gonna get countered. Is the super enough to kill Panda? Call it!
Aye, it is. No doubt about it. No F, no buts, no coconuts. It kills every time. Beautiful work from QueenKoa. Do keep in mind, they are up 1-0. And they're working it. Doing pretty well. I love that! Munchox reading the pace, go like, this person's too patient. I'm gonna eat him. And then we're into the corner. Munchox running that offense. Goes for it again. No, do it again. Do it again.
They
do
did!
it again. Yeah.
So while you have meter as a strike throw character in this game, you can just, throw PRC in, Wait for that whiff.
Oh my god.
And react. Nice over the overhead. We're going to chase here into the super. Wall break, positive bonus secured. We are going to be in the install as well. And ABBA is really, really strong from this position. Able to threaten the cross up and the follow up. Challenges up with a far slash into the knockdown. RC will absolutely lead to a kill. ABBA, QueenKoa goes up 2-0.
And keep in mind, we're still in it. We are still in it.
Yeah, no rematches. Our rematches are on. So,
what we should turn off after this, by the way, because I still don't trust it. I still don't trust it.
I trust it. It's actually really cool. 2D into the knockdown. Giovanna, close slash, getting FD'd away. Dash back him with the 5K, finds him with the throw. Obviously, we've seen really, really aggressive play from Giovanna, threatening these throws over and over again, and now she once again has built the tension. ABBA challenges out, gets into the install, dashes in, baits out the reversal there. Try to go for that deflect, did not work, and finds a whole nother hit.
Hey, but they gotta deal with that YRC. Represented pretty decently, and now Munchox fighting their way out, trying to play casual in the neutral, looking out for some bait scenarios. And we're just throwing meter left and right. We're going back and forth, but one interaction from QueenKoa, and just like running the offense. They're on it. They've got the connection, and this should kill.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm lagging.
The steamroll so far has been apparent from ABBA. ABBA has been able to turn one hit into a knockdown, while Giovanna is able to do the same. Unable to clear a lot of these rounds here. A fantastic 2P challenge on the approach into the knockdown. Backs off, baits out the gold burst, dash back him with a close slash punish on a gold burst. That is how fast ABBA is. Outspace the gold burst and run in with the close slash starter.
It is absurd that a character that's all about having that slow movement kind of misleads you to then just be faster than Chip and go on them pure offense, and it's scary, it's terrifying as they take the perfect clear it out. Frio knocking out Munchox to loser side. Heading into the second set of winner semis, we've got N-Sharp returning. It's been a mad bit. Love to see them on the Anji. And of course, Wozgozz, multi-time partaker of the baccpaBrawl, essentially doesn't miss a week. Solid player. Love the Johnny. Can't wait to see how they're doing this time. And I believe this is like maybe their second or third time making it into winner side top 8. So best luck to them. Would love to see them win one of these, but they're up against quite a tough competitor. But you're off to a good start.
I love when we have when we get to watch the longtime players. Like, both these players have been entering baccpaBrawls for over a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. And it's always nice to see him in the top 8. Very, very cool. We're getting a knockdown here for Johnny. Jumps some of the overhead, able to get the knockdown once again. This time, overhead, tries to go for the dash-up throw, but still in block stun is Anji. So they're going to find a way out of the corner. John's up with a 5K, nice pickup, and we should be able to kill here with the bar in the back. Into the wall.
Cancel.
What's his name, Panda?
Jonathan.
Jonathan Jacobo, the original pterodactyl ghost. Someone will get that reference.
Oh my god, I don't even know what you're saying,
Someone
bro.
will
I hear
get that
pterodactyl.
reference. Someone will know. Jonathan Jacobo, the original pterodactyl ghost.
I'm hearing pterodactyl and I'm immediately thinking of like we rolling bones and that. We're rolling bones and that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a good one.
Good block.
Big jump in. RC overhead close slash blocked in the sky, and that's gonna give Johnny another free turn. Wow! What a landing there with the JK close slash. Catch the back dash. Big damage, but not a kill.
You gotta keep in mind, Anji, a healthy fella. Got all those abs for a reason, right? Plenty of health to work with. And now we're thinking about the approach. Great connection with the chase. Has another bar to keep themselves in. And gets in with that overhead Mistofina. Taking their first game. And do keep in mind, the replays are on. So you know what? We're still here. We're still yapping.
We don't need a reminder every time, Panda. I think I get you're reminding me, but I remember. I remember. Okay, I remember now. So
you remember?
I remember. I really do. Okay, we're gonna need a far slash counter hit. We set up the card, tries to spin through, but it was actually a delay, so Wozgozz, once again, cash on the damage, gets the knockdown overhead, baits out the throw. Kind of a bit of a shimmy. Chases with the 6P into the knockdown. Wozgozz trapped in the corner, goes to the double jump into the PRC. PRC back, close slash, starts the offense. IBFD'd away into the 5K punish on the dash in. That was ridiculous. Wozgozz playing out of their mind right now.
Jeez, oh, what a spin. That does beat far slash, and this is why Johnny's kind of hate the matchup, right? Anji, he spins, he does it to FD, it's super annoying. But what happens is Johnny's not used to the fact that his very safe normals are thrown right back in his face, and he has to be careful with every far slash 5H. As you see, N-Sharp telling you, you gotta be careful, I got those spins, I'm on point, I can chase!
Oh my god, that trade almost led to a big W there for Anji, but instead, John able to start up the turn here. BRC4 to start it up, JK, dash in, blocking the sky, backs off, playing out that spacing, goes to the IBFDs into the overextension, but Johnny, cop of the 6P, Anji takes the round.
That was some beautiful work indeed from N-Sharp. Held that corner on, and now they've got the next corner situation. Could have got a full combo, but the burst sending you back. And Sharp looking to get right back in with that hop. Oh my god, reset. And Wozgozz not too sure how to deal with these reset opportunities. Finding that they have to go for the IBFDs. That is certainly working.
Nice knockdown there. Tries to jump in, Anji not going to fall for it this time. Gets hit with a low. PRC for the cross-up combo. And to the wall bounce, should be able to get a full combo here into the wall break. Wozgozz has a bar, but they're on their last limb here. They're going to have to find a great way to use it. Gets caught with a low, though. No opportunity, and so N-Sharp will take game number 2, tying it up 1-1.
I know, these two tyrants are looking pretty good, man. They're going back and forth. They're putting on some good display of, like, tactical offense. And it does appear that Wozgozz tends to get stuck in the corner a bit more than N-Sharp, and he needs to make more defensive plays if they want to win it.
I definitely see that, yeah. It seems like N-Sharp definitely has the positional advantage more often because they're trying to play a little too passively. They're giving up too much space, and N-Sharp's aggressive style of play definitely taking advantage of it. Very nice 2S. Very nice bounce here. We are going to get a wall break into a ton of damage.
And you're seeing it again, man. N-Sharp sees the space, but like just takes it and just pushes, right? They just
N
push
sharp,
the advantage.
N sharp sees the space, and then they seize the space. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
Realize.
That's crazy. Big jump in. Resets into the throw. I wonder if they did that to not damage the wall as much. Wozgozz right now trapped in the corner. Doesn't have that burst. Tried to go for the parry burst aggressively. Keeping Johnny into the corner. Keeping it tight.
Good
Mashes
challenge.
up with a 2P. Johnny's doing really, really well on the Abare challenges.
It does appear that Wozgozz has to make all of their good plays from defense. You're seeing it here again, the defensive flip out to escape from the corner. Patient plays, but you're going to get punished in the aerial.
Nice.
Oh, no, catches your burst. Right when you think you can make your last defensive play, you're getting punished for it, and just let N sharp on the offense yet again. But good challenge out with the 2P. You mentioned it before.
The mashes are ridiculous. The mashes are genuinely ridiculous. I think at this point you need to start representing early throws because it seems like Johnny's representing IBFD in the early parts of the string and then mashes at the end of the string. That's what I'm seeing visually. BRC forward, catches the slowdown, finds it with the overhead, and N sharp goes up 2-1.
I think what happened there was Wozgozz thought they could get a cheeky 6P out, but because of the blue roaming cancel slowing them down, it didn't come out. That was my guess at least. Could have been something else. Could have been a super. Who knows? Boy, yeet into the corner. N sharp only needs one more game. They're keeping in mind they're up 2-1. And with this wall slump scenario, opting to go for the super cash out. Certainly a solid play. But they've got to worry about how Wozgozz is going to play on defense. Does have that deflect on the stand. Oh my god.
At least you did. Then he got caught with the 5D. And now N sharp is on set point. Able to shut it out right here, right now. Wozgozz finds the early hit. N sharp gives up the burst. But all of a sudden, Wozgozz trapped in the corner. No burst of their own. And Johnny doesn't really have a reversal for this situation. You just have to block it out.
He has to respect the situation. Has to either wait for the bar, throw it or deflect, or just defend. And you're seeing they're opting for the defend route. Went for a 2P mash out. N sharp clocked that, realized I've been hit by too many 2Ps. Beats that challenge and just let the one more interaction away from a win. But it's a gold burst.
Big hit, big combo, and that is the set. N sharp going to take it 3-1.
Heading to our only set of losers top 8 due to the fact that the other one is a DQ. Sasuke unfortunately DQ'd. They made top 8. The me and Presto continues on. We have a bit of a throwback set here, backpack. The Bob 16, first time we're seeing him, has a sole bad guy up against Death Heaven, multi-time partaker of the baccpaBrawl, on Axel. This is quite this day one matchup stuff, man.
This is such an exciting set for me because number one, Death Heaven's a really, really strong player and they do it on Axel. And number two, we haven't seen a sole bad guy in top 8 in literally forever. So this is a win-win set. I'm super excited to watch it. Axel right now doing a great job of controlling the space. The
Also,
Bob
that
16 having
damage,
a really hard time finding a way in.
We didn't clock it, but Axel just did like a 70% combo and sole bad guy.
Clip it and ship it.
Somebody clip that. I didn't see that.
I
I looked at his health.
in.
I looked at his health. I'm like, he only got hit by one combo. What happened? Oi, jeez. Try to get in. Try to play Jess. Now, back in the day, back in
my day.
Guilty Gear Stripe. Yeah, we had solid war.
Oh, run under. Into the BRC, into the overhead. Nice hit here. Oh, what? Dude. This is what I'm saying. Is Death Heaven not one of the hypest Axels around? Just goated.
Well, I've got my EU biases, but I've got to agree, he's up there, man. He's absolutely up there, and that should definitely kill. As they go up 1-0, I'm gonna get a little analytical, right?
Okay.
Back in the day, this is what I was gonna say. In this matchup, it was weird, right? So bad guy has to work really hard to get into Axel, but with all the newer mechanics like Wild Assault, Deflect, and all that wild stuff that's available to FD, Sol has more avenues to get in. So I'm kind of curious if this is still the same type of mentality in the matchup where you're seeing Sol do a lot of dash blocks, looking for his opportunity, or if it has evolved heavily. So I'm curious.
It's evolved in many ways, I'm sure, because while every character has more aggressive options, Axel has some better defensive options than before. Number one, this not being a charge move, right?
This is true. Quarter circle forward S. That is the tool for rinsing now, no longer a charge input. I mean, you can confirm it off of a 6K, you know, a wild normal. Oh.
This is great damage. This is great damage.
Wait, Clean Tyrant? That's not Clean Tyrant. That would have been the combo. You know, get all the clean hits, but then get the clean tyrant.
Jump in,
Oi.
double overhead, into the command grab, and that is the round here. And the Bob 16 starting off strong after losing game number 1.
The Bob 16 certainly made me a fan. Absolutely love watching this all so far. When they're the aggressor, oh my god, they understand to cycle their options very well. But they gotta be careful. Def Heaven.
In this matchup. And what a bait there by Def Heaven, doing a great job, making it really difficult for Soul Bad Guy, double thinking everything that they are throwing out here on defense. Goes to the deflect. Look at the risk, by the way. Soul Bad Guy should be the one dishing out that risk, but it's Axel.
Oh, violence, the combo. The headbutt, we're back in the corner. No, we don't throw. We you know what we do? We heavy mob cemetery. That's what you do, Bob.
That's actually perfect.
Bob, you want the clip? You want the clip, my man. I'm telling you. Oh wait, no, he wants to win. I respect it. That's even better. Ooh. Nice PRC.
Flow slash, tried to overextend, a cop of the back throw. Axel takes the round. Final round for game number 2. Really important round, big swing round. Axel playing that zoning game once again, and Soul Bad Guy actually just going to go for an all-in play, and it does pay off. Plus frames in the face of the opponent. Or is that not plus anymore?
Oi! Sorry, say that again?
Never mind.
Oh!
Don't worry about it.
Okay, good jump in. I won't worry about it. I'm already back at that. Going for the Renson, keep the pressure going. Up to change their timings. Went for the windmill that time to catch some shins, but nah, Bob blocking the low, respecting it. What, 6s? But they messed up the bandit. Accidentally got wild throw. DP input, man. DP input.
It happens. Knockdown here for Axel. Never mind, not a knockdown. We can just pick that up from the ground, I suppose. We're also going to have the time free setup, so if we find it, it's going to be very difficult. No way! Dude, that is crazy. That is crazy.
It comes out in one frame?
Bye-bye.
Comes out in one frame?
Should have been blocking, I guess. We have some Axel fan 2000 in the chat.
Screaming yes.
Yes!
Yeah, no, but that, I believe one of the Axels talked about this at some point, right? They're like, if Axel's sitting on 2 bars, that's GG's. Because the time stop, if he's got that activated, it's really hard to catch time stop. It's essentially free.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, that's optimal.
A bomber starter.
You're dead.
Yeah,
you have to give up burst. You have to give up burst. Oh, wait, you're not dead.
Should have done it. Oh, so close, though.
Oh, God, good jump back.
Trade is enough. Set point here for Def Heaven, who is such a hype Axel, doing the damage, doing the dirty work, but also keeping Soul Bad Guy out, stopping their win condition.
I do not let that man in, though, right? He's an absolute freight train every time that fella hits.
I thought you were going to say absolute freak. Soul Bad Guy, the absolute freak.
Nah, he's not an Eno player, bro. He's not an Eno player. Oh, I don't mean that. I know all the lovely Enos, right? I apologize. But y'all a little freaky. Oh, backing up the approach. Gets a 2K2D with the bandit to approach the shimmy plate. That's a nasty bit of work that they could have gotten. That could have been a killing combo, by the way. Just think about that. That's Soul Bad Guy right there.
And that was a really good confirm as well. Then second close slash. We have a wild assault in, trying to go for the throw, but it's an invincible PRC. Into the PRC to stay safe. But no, it didn't block his plus or something. Got caught with the close slash, and now Axel backing off, gets caught with the DP again. Chases with the success, trying to catch Axel. Yeah, very nice. Axel went for a panic IED back and got torched for it.
Ooh, that was sick, man. That was sick. Good cash out. They've stopped a set point opportunity, but you're still right back to it. Don't know how this is going to go down, but the Bob's like DPs in those final moments were actually amazing, and I need to see them carry that type of momentum again.
The issue is that Axel has gone out of their way right now. Def Heaven has gone out of their way to bait out these DPs a lot of the time. With dash-ins and then just down backing. Wow, what perfect spacing.
Jeez, man. How do you get so good at playing Axel? How much time do you have to lab the blades? Oh, God. Good approaches. Nah, they're getting checked every time. How is Bob going to respond with that bar and meter? I'm
oh, my God! That was gorgeous. That was actually so beautiful. That was just a raw 236K. Nice pickup. 50% of your HP is gone, and now the Bob is totally in this game. 3 set. No, but it's a drop. Still alive. If Bob loses this round, they're out of the tournament. Sets up the tornado. Dash blocks hit it, able to jump the command grab, runs in. Caught by the 2K2D, and Def Heaven takes the set 3-0.
Heading into losers top 6, like I mentioned, the DQ that happened sadly. Sasuke out at 7th. We've got Presto up against Munchox, and we kind of got the government matchup here. As we know in the lore, these two are teamed up.
I got really bad news for you, though. I'm not a big fan of the government.
Buddy.
We're going to jump in with the JD there, asking with Munchox. 30 on 30 on 30.
I've disconnected.
You disconnected. It's all good. Let me lock in. Let me sit up. Okay, I'm locked in. We're going to get the wall break here for Munchox. Very nice damage there. Jash is in. Tries to go for the delayed 2S, but unfortunately gets called out by that back throw here from Goldlewis. 268. Into the wall, into the 248. We're going to need a super here, preferably a 1080 if we get that extra damage. Looks like we got it. Great damage here from Goldlewis. Now this is anybody's round. Munchox sitting on 2 bars. He can threaten maybe a backdash PRC, maybe a super on wake up. Just going to double backdash. Gets caught with the wall zone. Yeah, the RC forward locked in that round because it was a wild. Are you interrupting my commentary with singing?
I'm enjoying myself, mate. Go on.
Because they found the hit with the wild. Because they found the hit with the wild assault, it actually got rid of Munchox's burst meter, and they were able to combo without being able to burst out. BRC forward. Both players go for the throw. Going to be a 10. Very nice hit with a 6. Pete, you're back.
Try to approach with the drone. I'm back. Going for the JD's multiple jump-ins. Presto's feeling a little bit greedy with these jumps, but not going to happen. Munchox challenging their way out, getting a clean connection. Go for the fun, optimal routing as they've got the hard knockdown.
Is this baited? Oh. I don't think it is. Oh, it was.
I think that's baited.
It was baited. But it's a run under after the BRC. We're going to land with a button. Side swap combo. Into the wall. Does it break? It does. And so that is the round. We're going to a final round for game number 1. This matchup is always a pleasure because it is just such aggression. This matchup goes two ways. Either it's super aggressive on both ends, or Giovanna chooses to camp out. Now, that's not the fun way to play.
Isn't it interesting that the two characters that represent the government are super aggressive in different ways?
Well, so true.
Trifnook. But here we go, one more interaction. Presto only needs it, but Munchox challenges back. We got a massive kick to get right back in, yeeting them into the corner, and just like we're in the throw loop situation, but their health is so small, so Munchox probably feeling a little scared about going for multiple throws. And yeah, Presto capitalizing on it. It's capitalizing on how scarce they were. Throws them into the corner, getting the kill. They're up 1-0. And would you say the deciding factor for Presto doing as well as they were those jump-ins? Because I was finding those jump-ins were really doing bits for them.
Jumping's definitely good. JD's strong. That was just a risk-reward kind of game. Goldlewis got much bigger hits despite Munchox having many opportunities. We are going to need a knockdown here. Dash in, 2S, cross up, close slash starters, counter hit. This is really good here for Giovanna.
Oh my god, that is such a funny statement. They both have government mandated plus frames. Almost made me spit out my tea, man.
That is really good.
That's funny. QueenKoa, that's funny, man. That's funny. Okay, good cross up.
That's a 6
BRC.
No, BRC back for the hard bait. That is why Guilty Gear is the GOAT. In what game are you going to have the BRC counterplay into the PRC counterplay? Like, you got to take into consideration that your opponent can interact with your uninteractive moves, you know? Very funny.
I've got to admit, that was beautiful from Munchox.
Yeah.
And one thing I've got to say, right, these two are multi-time returning baccpaBrawl contenders, right? Pretty much every week we see these two. It's like every week we see these two, and you see them getting better and better with every week. One of my things about Presto is that he had a ton of drops every time we watched them, but I'm not seeing that, right? And Munchox, I feel like their neutrals got so much more tighter every time I've seen it.
It's not even just the neutral. Munchox has gotten better in every aspect of the game. I'm seeing a cleaner and cleaner Giovanna week after week, and the practice is really paying off. And yeah, like you said, it's the same thing with Presto. Presto had big issues with certain inputs, had big issues in their neutral and offense, and both players are really cleaning up their games, and that's why it's so cool us having hosted, 3 years of baccpaBrawl. Being able to see that progress is so exciting.
I would love to see a time lapse of like, you know that funny image where it's like a video where the guy's face is there and he takes a picture for every day. Love to see that with a baccpaBrawl.
Held 5B is the final slide to the picture, and Presto goes up 2-0. Now with this advantage of Presto, there's going to be a lot of pressure here for Munchox. This is a must-win game, or they are out of the tournament.
It'd be such a shame to see either of these players go, right? They're a treat to watch, absolute treat to watch. So I'm hoping nothing but the best. I want a game 5 at least. And sadly, we'll have to say bye to one of them. But it's a good white wild assault again. Presto with the back scratcher. I know that's not a back scratcher, but I don't know. It's a cross up. It's a cross up.
Something like that.
Oh my god. Oh, is that 720? That's 1080.
That's a something. We're going to need a knockdown here. Dashes in. You don't get Grado. Keep a little jump in with the 2P. Fantastic. You definitely want to see more of the DP in this matchup. It's really strong against Goldlewis. Pulls him out of the sky. Pulls him out of the ground. A lot of Goldlewis is just attacks in general do hit that upper body. And so that DP, even as like an aggressive dashing in kind of thing, really, really strong.
There is one problem though, of course, is like it's very whiff punishable. So if Munchox is going to do that, it's going to be a bit of a read at times. There's times where you're going to be able to react to a jump.
So when you have meter, you can PRC, right?
Or if you have meter, oh wait, in the time that we're talking about what they can do, it could be the end of their run. Munchox, oi!
That's what I'm talking about. Pulling Goldlewis out of the sky right now. Presto's very jump heavy. And so it's going to be really strong to go for with the 6-8-4. Perfectly timed, perfectly spaced, able to close it out. Takes the set 3-0.
Heading into our top 6 loser set, the last one, we've got Wozgozz and Dev Heaven, baccpack, so which of the names, and we're going to be getting right into it. Johnny B. Axel, 2 zoners with 2 different methods, I suppose.
You classify Johnny as a zoner? I guess so.
I mean, he was set play zoner. Now he's set play zoner, offense, 50-50, fuzzy high-low,
I guess it's hard to make the
mid-range,
distinction once they're graded everything.
Grappler.
He needs a
puppet character.
I wouldn't say that.
No, wait, you ready? Okay, let me show you the puppet.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm looking,
ready?
I'm looking.
Wait for
Yep.
it.
I'm staring.
Wait for it.
Yeah, I'm looking.
They're playing casual neutral right now. Respectful. Wait for it. There it is. See that thing on the floor right there? That's the puppet. That's it.
Are you talking about his shadow?
No. You missed it. See,
I
it's all a
did miss
conspiracy
it.
back.
I'll take a look at the floor the next time that move comes out. Okay, so very nice hit there. Sets up the card. Axel trapped in the corner right now. Flips in. Able to down back. Blocks the 2H. Blocks another. Keeps locked down with the wrench in. Trying to find a way out of the corner. But Johnny makes it very difficult. RC forward into the burst phase. We should be able to kill here. Lots of damage.
Cashing it for the kill. Beautiful work from Wozgozz. Taking the lead in this set. And you know what? I was kind of coming in with the prediction of like, I feel like Death Heaven will be the one to take the lead, and Wozgozz is going to have to work hard to make that comeback. And you know, it was kind of like that at first in the first round there. It was kind of like that. But Wozgozz, able to capitalize on some good neutral plays, is able to just run offense.
Wozgozz playing very patiently right now, literally walking backwards at full screen and then picking a moment to dash in. And it seems like Death Heaven's very comfortable with this strategy as they find the knockdown here. Chase him with a close slash, double close slash BRC, and the empty low. And from this, we should be able to secure a wall break. Wozgozz holding on to that burst for the final round.
And you know, this is why people love Strive Neutral, innit? Right? It's like the fact that we're getting hits from here and getting some clean confirms. Yeah, this is why people love playing Strive.
Okay,
right? There's a reason why they played this. This is not why they're playing Street Fighter. No, because this is why they ain't playing Street Fighter, right? Because they're playing at mid-screen from pokes that no Street Fighter poke would ever reach.
See, I would think...
Think about that.
Personally, I think people play Strive because they want to do the offense. The neutral is just, I don't know, like, you got to do it to get there, but...
Nah, whoa, clothesline. You see, you can't do that in Street Fighter. Can't do that.
Well, wait for the DLC characters, buddy.
Oh my god, imagine they give Sagat a full screen command grab. Oh my god. Nah, delete that game. If you're a Street Fighter fan, he's got that, delete that game. But that was absolutely an amazing clothesline. And by the way, this set has gone on for so long that the song is repeating. I believe this song is like 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So that's mad. Match 1, are you going the distance?
Playing real patient right now. IB, able to block there. Bro, they are actually, you were right about the zoning tag for this matchup, dude. Both of these players are playing ridiculously slow right now, trying to find a spot in, and Axel does so. Has the health advantage.
Oh, Jesus.
Wozgozz without burst, so they're going to have to play perfectly from here on out. PRC committed, but Wozgozz holding on to 2 bars.
Aye, this is quite a fun dynamic. You don't see this. You really don't. Oh, beautiful knockdown for the kill. Def having going to be taking the first match. And someone says JP has a full screen command grab, doesn't he? And that is why I uninstalled. I just got reminded of that. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was the deciding factor.
JP ruined my Street Fighter experience, not gonna lie.
Well, because the problem is, JP's annoying to fight because it's JP. But I played Marissa and Geef. That's like a 9-1 matchup, bro. That was awful. That was genuinely awful, bro. Oh, shimmy. Back in, gets the throw. Just like Wozgozz is on the offense. No more casual neutral here. You got 2 bars to work with. You ain't go mental. And they're certainly doing that. Oi. Whew. Insinga for the wall break.
Tries to go for the 6P. Whiffs. 2P. Whiffs as well. Backs up. Sends out that 2H. Low reward option, but imperative in holding space. Nice knockdown. And the super, what a confirm. And that right there is the round for Wozgozz.
Certainly, I feel like Wozgozz is really starting to get their momentum. Think about the first round there, that went by maybe like 30 seconds. Think about the first round in the first match, went about in like 80 seconds. So you're starting to see the timer is no longer a factor as the set continues on, as these players are getting a bit more comfortable with each other's spacings.
That spacing meaning full screen and as far away from each other as possible. PRC.
Oh, God.
Bar slash. Dash in off the plus frames. Fantastic tech here from Axel.
Oh, jeez. Patient play. Try again. Good block. Good block again. Tries again. The PRC to run under. Oh, the approach gets a knockdown. Just like the card is in play. Gets the big yeet back on the offense. Going for the same site. The card is still in play. But no pop. Uses the pop for the reset. Gets the throw. RC should be enough to kill. But they drop.
Lands down with the JS. Into the low, 2K2D. Sorry, I was trying to fix the scoreboard. I have to refresh some scenes, but we're good now. And Wozgozz takes the game, ties it up 1-1.
I thought that was the tech guy. What's the tech guy's name again?
I forgot his name.
Oh, wait, is rematch on?
It should be.
Aye, rematch has on. Aye. Speaking of rematch, what a game, am I right? You played that yet?
Oh, I have been playing rematch, yeah. I'm very bad. The game is very good.
Aye, it takes a ton of time, man. I'm a class defender, man. I feel like Virgil van Dijk, man. I'm on it. It's very fun. Oh.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential in that game. A lot of potential.
Oh, aye.
I would love to see that game played at the highest level. Like, genuine esports league with that game would be sick.
It needs a replay system, man. That's the only thing that's lacking right now. Oh, good blocks. Staggering with the normals, represents a Renson, try to dash in for the 2S, but not within the range to actually get a whiff punish scenario. And Wozgozz, with some clean IBs, is able to keep the screen space, but not on that 6K, just holding the screen. Oh, the vault deal though, certainly a solid pick, as it's giving them quite a good wall break.
Good damage, back to neutral, goes for the 2P, and JS, and 2H. We're seeing a lot of these tools, once again. Axel, their main goal right now is just to be annoying for Johnny, trying to catch them overextending so then they can capitalize on the mistake. And this game plan is stronger and stronger the lower the HP is from Johnny. Big PRC into the throw. Any single hit is going to close out this game, but we have danger time. You don't want to lose your meter. 2P into the 2P. Axel takes the round.
I like that. I like that. A little bit of an overextension. Not too greedy, but certainly... You know, not a cautious play. I'm a big fan of it. Oi, good burst. Good 2P checks, gets a clean 2H. I absolutely love it. We're looking out for the jump so much. Wozgozz is like, yeah, they're expecting a jump. And just Def Heaven's like, nah, I know you're playing grounded, so I'm going to call that out.
Flies in, great block on the low, but died with the second low. Walks back, tries to go for the 2H, but flips in. Wozgozz taking advantage of Axel's overuse of the 2H.
I gotta agree. I gotta agree. It's a good read of pace, and that's what we're seeing between these two. It's understanding when are we gonna go for a jump, when are we gonna go for a grounded play. And Wozgozz, off that meter advantage, just ran it into the corner. Final round again, and I've gotta say, man, this is a very peculiar set. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing, man.
Nice wall break. 5P. Oh, wow. Dashed under. It's really good here for Johnny. Able to wall break.
Was that the Mishima?
Able to super. It literally was.
Is that Kazuya?
It literally was Kazuya, yeah. So we got the wall break here. Must win round here for Wozgozz as, you know, trying to take a lead in the set. Trying to be the GOAT. Jumps in, double overhead, close slash starter. Not going to combo off it. Backs off. 2H. Blocked. 2H. Blocked. 2H. Blocked over the cancel. Into the super from downtown. And Wozgozz takes the lead in the set.
Oh my god. If I'm Wozgozz walking away from that, I'm like, I'd be feeling gassed a little bit, not going to lie. I'd be feeling like I'm him a little bit. That was a really nice representation of Mistfinder. Even confirms it with the super and everything. You're walking away from that going like, yeah, I'm feeling like a champ today. This could be my run. This could be my win today. If you keep this momentum. Not only one match away, could knock out Death Heaven, who's an insanely good Axles, by the way.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
if they had this amount of time on another character, I think they'd be winning more tournaments, bro. Like, real.
Yeah, Death Heaven. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you have to pick that character that works for you or that you really like, and that gives you motivation to continue improving. And maybe, you know, someone picks a different character and they're like, yeah, it's boring, and then they stop playing the game. So you can't just say someone's always going to... What's up?
I mean, me and you played Season 2 Potemkin and Goldlewis, so we understand that to the fullest, don't we? It's like, specializing is really fun. But what a turnaround here. Didn't get the full combo for the kill, and they're definitely paying for it. Wozgozz slapping back at you, and that's a kill. Sends out the Jack of Clubs. I wonder what that could represent, because the cards have meanings, you know, like Potemkin getting the King of Heart, or like Sol getting the Queen.
I think it means Axel drinking Jack into clubs.
I mean, to be fair, if you had that time stop power, you would be messing a little bit, wouldn't you?
Maybe. Far slash, 2H, knockdown. Rensen, able to be blocked. Wozgozz, stick him with the super patient game plan. Sets out a card. Axel immediately gives up that space. It is so empowering when Johnny has that card out. So many options. Fantastic counter into the flipping close slash. Finds it one more time. Nice combo. Back to mid screen. Stays aggressive with the meter. Even has another meter in the back. What's Axel going to do? Able to block the charged 5D. And now Axel here with 2 bars. Tries to go for the tap 5D. Not going to work. Dash in. Throw. Overhead. Chase to the close slash. Wozgozz trying to jump out. Tries to go to the dash. Gets caught. And Axel takes the round.
Important round from Death Heaven here. Certainly bringing it back. Has the burst to work with. And that defense certainly paying off. But Wozgozz, you know, on that set point is probably in their mind right now thinking, okay, how do I open this guy up, right? He's made neutral and absolute hell for me. Make some clean reads. What can I do that they aren't going to expect? And they're committing. You're seeing it, right? That mental thought has led them to doing double dashes and dash playouts on defense to get in. And it's certainly paying off as they got the burst. Didn't beat it, but they got the burst.
Both players opting for a very patient game plan, especially Wozgozz. Wozgozz very loosely picking their moments right now. Close slash. Outspace flips in. RC. There's the low. Finds the counter hit. Should be good damage. Chooses not to break the wall. Instead, sets for reset now. This is a one-touch game for Johnny. Dash in. Throw. RC is enough. Wozgozz takes the lead. And Wozgozz doesn't take the lead. Takes the set. 3-1. Winners finals. It is QueenKoa versus EN Sharp. It's in the game. So we got. I don't know what overtook me there. I just had to.
No, we
got the ABBA and we've got the Anji.
Do you think it'd be like EN Sharp? It's in the I'm not gonna say it because like monetization, but the song we're listening to, if you get me.
The song we're listening to.
If you get me.
I don't get you actually.
That is.
Oh.
You following? I don't think you're following, are you?
I'm not following.
You know in the chorus it goes like, that is bull
Yeah, no, I get that, but
works.
it doesn't match the syllables. That's why I'm confused.
It doesn't matter, bro.
It's
It doesn't
in the
matter. Anyway,
it has to be
N-Sharp.
game.
N-Sharp is on it. Breaking the wall with the super. You're right, I'm wrong. Moving on. Has 2 bars of meter. QueenKoa can escape the scenario. They're going to use it to defend well so far. Good wire seed.
Very nice chase to the 5H, able to take the round. QueenKoa strikes first.
Oh,
Goes
nice.
straight into the install. Chase is very nice spin, perfectly timed here for N-Sharp. Aggressive burst, pushing Anji into the corner. Fantastic read once again with the spin. Gets IBFD'd away, and we're going to be out of range here. No punish on the God, what are those called again? Fans. Sometimes I just forget words. I just be forgetting words.
To be honest, in this current heat, I'm surprised you're not able to just name them instantly,
it is
you know?
so hot. It is so hot.
I'm
boiling.
over here. Like we don't have AC and all that, right? But it's still quite hot here, right?
I
It's been
have
more
AC
chill,
and
more
it's
rain
still boiling.
recently.
It's rough.
That must be awful. That like heading outside, no AC, and just actually melting.
I'm melting inside.
Ooh.
It's not great. Anyways, chases with the overhead. Great block from N-Sharp. Mashes out as well. Engages in that RPS and wins. Hard knockdown from the overhead. Close slash backdash perfectly. Goes to the super. Chase the backdash. BRC board to stay safe. But it's blocking the sky. What happens? Both players chase. Both players scramble. Oh, wow. 2K punish is crazy there. I didn't know the hurt box was that extended.
Know the smell of the game. Oh my god, what a song. Oh wait, I just realized I've got the mod that pushes it forward a bit. Oh, I forgot. So like, it's probably still
You're
playing
not
for you.
synced
Good
at
kill.
all.
Yeah, like at all. Yeah, good stuff, QueenKoa. QueenKoa getting the win. I know, that's insane. I forgot. I have a mod that makes it shorter, so you're more likely to hear the end of it.
For every song?
No, just that one. Just that one. So yeah, that's meant. Oh, that and Biking stream. It skips right to the, you know, the part where they scream.
Yeah.
It skips right to that.
Yeah. That's where the song should start, frankly. At least in game.
Aye.
5H
Well, the
whip's
game
gonna be
doesn't.
Anji gonna be a little too high. Locks in overhead. Knockdown close slash starter. Counter is really, really good here for Anji. Backdash. 2P. Mashes out. Okay, we got both players mashing on each other right now. Able to break the wall here, and with the super, does it kill Panda? No.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, the extra bar makes that do a lot more
So you
damage than it
lost?
should.
So you lost. You
It's
lost.
not that I... Yeah, I lost.
So basically, when it comes to that super, it has a ton of scaling. However, where it doesn't have a ton of scaling is Anji's hits.
Yeah.
So, it's a certainly good cash out, and I'm winning. No, I won. He lost. I won. Vegan.
I'll give it to
Oh
you.
god.
I'll give it to you. You got it. 5K.
Oh.
Very nice here. Backs off. Tries to go for the 5H. Once again, spun through, and now N-Sharp starts with the turn with 2 bars. Finds it with a 5D. Does the extra bar get you there, or do you need one more hit? I think
That's
the
it.
super's enough. And it is. N-Sharp ties it up 1-1.
Looking pretty immaculate so far. And I would say the set has been very interesting because like these are 2 super aggressive characters, right? No form of like full screen poke, no form of like even mid screen poking. It's mostly just like up close offense. So you're seeing N-Sharp represent a ton of offensive spins rather than like neutral spins, right? They're like maybe doing it for the Virgin, but it's just a
Look at the
ton
risk.
of aggressive plays.
Look at the
man.
risk. Look at
Oh,
the
jeez.
risk. We're gonna
Oh,
find the throw.
jeez.
Good damage. Half risk. Cashed out. Dash back in. Close slash. Starter. We're going to get the burst out. Flies in. Tries to go for the double jump. That's too big of a gap. And so N-Sharp ready for the anti-air with the 5P. And what damage that is from a 5P. Wow.
Aye. That's something you can't knock about Anji. Anytime they get like a spare hit off of some random normal, it can be a big pack cash out, right? Their 2D has good meterless confirms, their 5P has good meterless confirms, as you saw. Yeah, you gotta be careful when this character lands a hit and you see it N-Sharp not missing an opportunity as they've already taken a round.
Trade. That's going to put Abba into the corner. Tries to go for the 5H, but it's a little too predictable. Anji once again calling out this aggressiveness with the spin.
That was nice. That was such a nice combo. Good stagger, gets in.
close slash to counter at 2S could have been deadly, but that burst certainly coming into effect. Oh, but the this could be death. Ah, yeah, that's death. If the fans reach, sometimes this bugs out and doesn't reach. Does it reach? It reaches. All right, beautiful work. Ian Sharp going to go up 2-1. And yeah, you're seeing it. They're not missing a beat backpack. So far, they've landed every hit and cashed out for as much as they possibly can.
Right now, the big difference. Oh, I'll bring us back in after. So to complete my
finish
thought,
your thought. Yeah. Finish your thought, my man.
The big difference, the big change from game 1 to those previous 2 games is that Ian Sharp has been able to negate the aggressiveness through the use of spin, specifically hard calling out those 5Hs. I think QueenKoa has shown some tendencies to challenge out with 5Hs, and they are being hard called out by Ian Sharp.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that. They are getting hard called out by Ian Sharp, and every time that call out happens, Ian Sharp is just not missing the beat. Every time, full call out, full cash out, and then they just play off from there. You're seeing it right now, my man. Oh, good 2K though. Also, one thing I noticed, QueenKoa backed out to change their color, go for the edgier, darker look, I suppose, looking like Shadow the Hedgehog with those colors, and also playing ABBA's theme. So this is the power-up. We're seeing it. Yeah. This is their Super Saiyan, if you will.
The real install.
Oh, wait, they got blonde hair as well. Ooh. Good cash out. Getting some good work in. They do have a ton of meter to work with in terms of jealousy. But what punished on key super?
Yeah, I've never seen that happen before. It was just a really, really poor time to throw that out there. The opponent was already up, and it's a double jump character, so able to get behind the opponent and full punish that. Really tough situation for QueenKoa. Holds on to that burst.
Oh god, what an airplay. Key door opened. Now it's time for the offense. Went for the low, try to catch the shins, but it was the follow-up that did it. No meter to continue to the wall, has to reset, and missing that overhead could cost them. Look at that health, look at the burst. Burst is gone. And with a clean JS, I believe Ian Sharp can win.
Went for the reset. 2S truck, that is absolutely it. Finds the counter with a 2H. Abba tried to mash and dies for it. Ian Sharp takes the set 3-1. It's in the game. Losers semifinals. We've got Presto on the Goldlewis versus Wozgozz on the Johnny. This matchup can be painful for the Goldlewis. Oh, and it's especially painful now that you are back thrown into the corner. Both characters have super impressive offense. It's just that Johnny's can be really, really impressive at way more ranges. But we'll see how that comes into play right now. We're seeing a very aggressive playstyle from Presto, trying to all in to find a way in and potentially take the first round of the set. We're going to see an aggressive burst here from Wozgozz, pushing Goldlewis into the corner. Side swap. Now Johnny in the corner, sets for the drone. YRC absolutely called out, absolutely baited, but that wall was already damaged. We're not going to get the full combo, not going to get the kill. Needs one more situation.
Alright, that's actually quite nice. Backing up, try to play the neutral. Laser! And just like that, Wozgozz has to rethink their decisions. And good F.
Sometimes a mistake is correct. So the 2K actually whiffed because of the FD. It was just completely out of range. But they had already buffered the 6A4, which ended up catching the backdash even at that max range.
So the brain's probably doing like a bit of a mishap where it's like, whoa, wait, where are we again? What's happening? So that probably messed up Presto a ton. Oh, good cross up, work, defense, backs up, represents the minigun, and went for the drone, but the misfinder accurately represented. Just threw it out at the perfect timing, perfect spacing.
It was really
just
greedy.
Running the corner.
It was very greedy to try to throw out that drone after the gun. I think most of the time Johnny there is just going to threaten out that misfinder to just lock you down, even if it doesn't connect.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely correct about that. Oh, just making that read. And now it's time for some good offense. JD's in. 684 RC charge fight.
That was crazy. That was actually a psychopath option.
Not even you would do that. That's insane.
Would never. I don't know if I've ever held 5D on Goldlewis in my 3 years of playing him.
I have no words, Jen. I mean, he won the match, right? He's up 1-0. That's peculiar, that. Like, and you know what I'm now realizing? You don't do goofy plays, like, at all. You've never done a goofy play in your life.
It's because I like to win.
There's one goofy play that you've done, and it's anytime we fight.
What do I do?
Because like, you notice I'm doing goofy stuff, and you're like, okay, I want to embarrass this guy.
Oh, that's what you do every time. I do goofy stuff in spite of you doing goofy stuff. It's true.
Yeah. Oh god, good burst. Oh.
Perfect backdash, but not ready for the follow-up. Jumps back in. Close slash, immediate overhead. And we're not going to have a kill here, but we have... Oh, okay, no back throw incident. We're fine. But Johnny gets called out. We're not going to see it, but the 486 messes it up. Going to use the meter to stay in. And yeah, I really like that play from Johnny. Just completely negates the drone. Set up a great position, but overextended. Now we have a cross-up. This anybody's game. Drone set up. Go. What the... Okay. That was awkward. I think at that point, once you throw out the gun by accident, you have to PRZ forward to maintain that turn, because getting punished there closed out the round.
I think Presto, despite the fact they're up 1-0, is feeling fairly flustered right now. I can tell just from like watching them play. It's like unless they're landing a hit, things are feeling awkward. Like
when you're up against Johnny, every single time you get a turn, it is high intensity, high pressure, because you have to open up this character. If Johnny gets out on your turn, you're probably losing. You are probably losing that round. You get 1 or 2 opportunities, and you got to make the best of it. Right now, though, Johnny chopping in the corner, tries to go for the 6P, but actually the misspacing there did help out Goldlewis out of the corner. Knockdown, extra damage, jump in, into the throw.
Oh god, because I was about to say, like me and you, we have that experience being there against these types of characters. It's not fun once they're back out, so you really feel like every mix-up is life or death.
Yep.
Oh
like,
god,
please tell me this works.
Oh no, no pickup. You're still in it. Presto with the White Wild Assault to get in, but they've got a bait up.
Excellent.
Never mind.
This time ready for that cross-up with the reverse 6P. I think Goldlewis has been almost overusing the cross-up, so this time Wozgozz was ready for it. Panda, I need 1 minute. Okay, you're on your own.
Alright, cool. I'm on it on my own, he says. You know, whilst we're here, I want to take a moment to appreciate how Guilty Gear looks, man. Like, watch those animations during the big cutscenes. You end up realizing there's no game that looks like Guilty Gear. It is insane. Am I glazing? A little bit. A little bit, but my god, does it look pretty during any of the animations. But here we go. Wozgozz back into it, going for the offense, staggering away, just like Presto has to block up, and there's the card. Oh, that's a pickup. Presto with the hero burst, and you're already playing Scrambly, my man. Why would you opt for the hero burst? Wozgozz is getting more and more on it as the set goes on. Why would you give them such a powerful opportunity to turn the tides? Oh wait, no? Is this an optimal hero burst? No such thing. No such thing. A hero burst is a hero burst. There is no optimals. It's just playing damn well. Overhead. Oh. Not gonna lie. And my fist would be like in my mouth at that point. I'd be so angry. Like, that was my round. I had the offense and everything. Now Presto has to live with that. Has to live with the fact that they're stuck in the corner. Oh.
What's
Jack
his
of
name,
Hearts.
Panda? Oh, doesn't matter.
Wrong one. Wrong
Yeah,
super.
wrong one. My bad. I walked in the middle of the super, to be fair, okay?
Dumbass. Stupid.
Dude! Close slash starter.
Hey.
We're going to need a side swap combo. Into the knockdown, and with that 684, 2P, try to bait it a YRC there. We're going to use PRC to stay in. Jumps in with a JD. Empty low. That's going to work, even though you're getting FD'd. Just over and over, trying to extend, but this time, Super is ready for the gap. Johnny with a knockdown.
Oh, oi. Oh my god. Full reach combo-age there with the far slash and wild assault. Oh, no.
Worst case scenario. Messed up the throw in a BRC. That is truly a tough situation. And Wozgozz goes up 2-1.
Alright, and we're back to it just like that. Lickety split. One more match to go for Wozgozz. Oh yeah, flip the names. But here we go. Wozgozz on it, staggering away with the normals. 6k into the Insenga. Beautiful 6-speed knock him at the sky. Do keep in mind, Insenga, not plus, but they made that clean read going like, you're going to jump out, 6p, pop. And I gave him the turn.
Jumping around, tries to the 2S, not going to work there. Fantastic play from Johnny. Flips in, that should be the round, but Presto actually going to play for the win here because they have the meter with the laser. Not sure if this is the play. I think, oh, well, now that Johnny's in the corner, it's looking a lot better for the 5k. Yeah. After a throw tech, you are close enough to Goldlewis where if you have a fast option that stops jump, you are very strong in that situation. Very, very strong. And those
aye.
5Ks that hit straight forward are perfect button to throw in that situation. So really nice awareness there from Wozgozz. Picking the right button at the right time.
Because the only thing that man can really represent is like a 2P or
Like a
something like that, or
5P,
something really long.
It'd have to be a 5P, basically, to beat that option.
Oh.
Which I don't even know if
Look at
that
that.
wins, honestly.
Aye. Oh god. Good block. It's not going to get opened up. Wozgozz using the wild assault. Good block on the charge 5D. But the difference is Wozgozz had another bar meter to continue on. And I believe he's won this. I do believe he has won this
I
backpack.
believe the set is over. Wozgozz takes it 3-1 over Presto. Losers, finals. We got QueenKoa on the Abba and Wozgozz on the Johnny. 5H connects, and so Abba able to start up that turn. Wozgozz goes to the aggressive burst. And what the heck? That was insane from downtown. Quite literally across the screen, able to find that hit. But Abba gets aggressive, finds it, about to get pushed out of the install, but I believe we're going to get a good ender here. Yep, able to get out and right back in with the wall break.
I was about to say, on that misfinder, truly like the cowboy samurai, right? Like, really plays that well. But here you go, QueenKoa with the pickup, should be able to kill. Aye, certainly does it. Abba looking like an absolute maniac in that round win. Just like we're going to be able to keep up that momentum. The burst is fairly even here, so no one's really walking in with an advantage. Oh,
Backs off.
backing up.
Sets up that card. Really nice engagement there. Has to go for the burst. Goes in raw.
Oh, God.
So it goes directly into install is what I meant to say there. And breaks the wall.
Boy, yeah, I mean, that jealousy's run out, but good uninstall, kicks it off, so you got a bit of bar to at least get back into if you can escape the score scenario. But Big Bro gets the big yeet. Wozgozz backing up, bait some type of super. I believe that would have baited the super, but they got wake up 6H, which is such a shame for QueenKoa. And it's starting to look worse and worse and worse as it continues on. Wozgozz taking that round, tying it up.
Going in raw, no meter. Yep. So once again, Wozgozz unironically like a cowboy, like draw, just killing, bro, like a McCreel. It's crazy. Across the map, just waiting. Do anything. Do anything, I dare you.
The nature of the cowboy samurai is crazy. Oh god. Good luck.
Oh man. So Abba's trying to back off and spacing punish something, but Wozgozz is actually very patient on the defense.
Oh, yeah, no, I've got to admit, I think that's been like the deciding factor for Wozgozz performing so well today. It's just been the patience, like just well aware, like, you know what, Johnny is a zoner.
You know, I feel
like
I was questioning you, and you're like, Johnny a zoner? I've truly never seen it played like this, but this is so effective. Wozgozz is just playing a really efficient Johnny, playing reactively at full screen with better normals. I mean, the gameplay, the strat makes sense when you see it in action.
It's kind of like how Kazam likes to play Johnny as well. Very patient, at least when I fought him, right? I fought him once, 3-0'd me. It was pure patience. It was so difficult to get on him. But not too much for QueenKoa. They're up 1-0. So maybe it could be good for QueenKoa, but when Wozgozz is in control, my god, he looks unstoppable.
Tries to go for the 5K round. So Abba comes out on top. Immediately, Wozgozz gives up that burst and sets up the card. But we're seeing over and over again, QueenKoa is finding hits by just invincibility through these moves. Just literally dashing through them.
Aye. I mean, you've got to be placing it well enough, and they're certainly doing it against Wozgozz. Like, they place it so damn well in those misfinders. And I wonder if Wozgozz is going to adapt. Do you think he's just going to go low misfinder? Oh, he does.
That
he
might be the way to do it,
does.
yeah. So if you're conditioning your opponent to now dash at you, I mean, you're literally getting free damage, no?
This is true, and you're seeing it, man. Seeing it. Wozgozz going between the two, changing between the two, is certainly doing bits here. But QueenKoa showing that you're only really taking notches of health here and there, whilst I'm taking large chunks. And that has been the deciding factor, I think. It's just
this
damage
is the hard part of
difference.
zoning and Guilty Gear is that you are getting such a big discrepancy in output, in damage. So by getting these farther ranged hits, you either turn it to Oki, which can be real damage, or you keep it in neutral and you are continuously just hitting them with a knife, you know?
But
Death by 1,000 daggers, as they say.
I feel like what's got to happen here for Wozgozz, not good capital on that. But I feel like what Wozgozz needs to do is play the zoner style that they have been, because it's shown to be super effective, unlike their really good read from QueenKoa. It's been shown to be super effective, and then when the opponent attempts to get in, turn that into offense, because that's what your character's good at, right? He can do both, so you got to be able to flip between the two, and if Wozgozz can get that down.
Wozgozz was successful in that game plan this time around.
Aye, but if they can consistently do it, that's them. They've won it, I think. Oh god. Oh, decent XP read, but unfortunately not easy catch that normal when Abba's an install, and just like there, just crashing out, sends you through the wall with the super, and that jealousy's maxed out.
Oh wow, goes to the empty land into the overhand. Wozgozz blocks it all. Fantastic defense as the install meter dwindling here for Abba. Tries to get out raw, but unfortunately caught from downtown. Forced out. Playing the spacing game, gets aggressive, dashes in. Abba still trapped in the corner. Double dash into the PRC forward. PRC backward. PRC forward. Once again, double jump. Blocked. Jump through. Avoided. Supposed to respect that card, which is still there. Tries to go for the dash, but not this time. Plus frames. Secured. Does it again. This time blocked. Dash in with the 5H. Not going to work either. Catch the landing. Catch the wake up. Tap 5D once again. The end all be all of the matchup. Tap 5D. Just an unblockable.
Jeez.
That's just an unblockable.
That's oh, that was nice. The jump back at the misfinder, kind of like a fadeaway, right? You know, fadeaway into a shot. Am I calling it as someone who doesn't know nothing about basketball?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like, that was nice. That was actually very nice. Wozgozz tying up, and hopefully that game plan really performs well for him. Right, able to turn that immediate zoning into immediate offense. But that's actually pretty good. Cashing out all of the burst. Well aware that they've got that advantage, so they can just do that. And it's worked out. It's given them a bar. Oh, jeez.
Top of the card. Nice confirm into the super.
Oh, she's an uninstall with no meter. That's why this is so rough. I just clocked that. Yeah, no, they just have to make random approaches with meter, and you're seeing it. It's not easy. Oh, no.
Yeah, put in a very bad situation. Tried to go for an all-in play, but did not work. And Wozgozz, one round off of going up 2-1. Backs off, creating space between them and the Abba. Abba throwing out that 5H, not going to work. Tries to ID in, once again, not going to work. Pulled out of the sky.
Oh, God.
Danger?
Nice.
Wozgozz the one attacking. How's that danger?
Because man is backing up. That's not the nature of Guilty Gear. The nature of Guilty Gear is to run forward. That's why you get meter. When you move forward, man's moving back. And that's why you can't play fast. That's why he's bomb free. Okay?
Yeah,
the fast propaganda continues. Yeah, that's why the fast propaganda continues. Anyway, nice wall break here. Does have the hard knockdown. Jumps in, the staggers, gets the overhead. Big pickup. QueenKoa getting a nice kill there. You're seeing it. If the jealousy's in play, they could do fairly well into Wozgozz.
Backs off. He's playing at that full range, trying to play reactive. Wozgozz waiting for a dash delay or waiting for any kind of jump through. Someone out. Whiffs. Punished. Back to mid-screen. Keeping this exact spacing, and this time mixing up. Goes for the aggressive play. And that's what we were talking about, that aspect that was missing from Wozgozz's game plan. Finally finding their footing, picking their spots to get aggressive, and is paying off.
Oh Christ, just backing up. Danger time. You've been backing up too much, young man. You've got to make some approaches. Oh, negative penalty kicked in. That means no burst, no mirror. It's all gone.
Yeah, that is the worst case scenario, but fortunately, as long as you don't get hit and you are doing the hitting, the meter doesn't matter.
Key to a world untold. Yeah, but here's something that does matter. Jealousy. It's getting utilized in your face, but good backdash from Wozgozz. I've never seen such a patient player in Johnny like Wozgozz. This is fun to watch.
You know, that was the time for Anji mix, the PRC forward into low.
Oh, real. Faint overhead blow. Oh my god, I feel like QueenKoa is just on the brink of it. One more mix-up could get the kill, and that's going to do it. That was
no opportunity for burst. Wozgozz goes up 2-1. You know, it's interesting how the first game went in QueenKoa's favor. We identified something that was going wrong with Wozgozz's game plan. They made that adaptation at the same time, and now they're just winning.
Aye.
Like their rounds have not been in peril at all. They have not been close.
You know, it's very interesting because I feel like a lot of people will forget that we did compete. You know what I mean? Like
I wasn't giving us credit. I was giving the player credit. We're two people watching the game from an outside. It's easier for us.
I'm just saying we were able to analyze. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, right?
Let's redirect the glazing to me instead of us, because it was all me. I'm kidding.
You want me to glaze you? You want me to glaze all over you?
Is that what you're saying? Panda! My God! It's a kids channel, dude.
Well, I'm just hyping you up, bro. What do you mean?
Okay.
Anyway, it's a point for Wozgozz here.
Tries something low. QueenKoa blocks it all, backs off. Outspaces that 5H. That's got to be so frustrating when your opponent teleports and just hits you. You throw out your biggest normal and it's just not big enough.
You wish it was bigger, goddamn. This is a good pickup. Gets a wall break and just like, look at the jealousy backpack. It is so available to QueenKoa, and they're just gonna use it on the offense, staggering with that Dragon Ball Fighters like offense with the re-jumps and all that.
Yep. The full install with a bar is like, you know you're opening up the opponent. It's just how much damage are you gonna get.
Honestly, Abba just running forward scares me. I'm gonna be real. Oh!
Wow, what a PRC backwards. I don't know why you were waiting for that option, but I appreciate it. That was really, really nice.
Wozgozz is in control, though. The scenarios came up yet again. Look at that, no jealousy. And Wozgozz, despite having such a little health, doesn't matter too much. Doesn't even need a bar, just has to hold the ground.
And that's exactly what they're doing. Pushing Abba into the corner, and then just playing out that space. They have no meter anyways.
They gave a bar still.
Doesn't matter much.
It's gone. That was a full bar.
Who needs it? Who needs it? We need a round, not the burst, okay? QueenKoa holding on to the burst, by the way. So on this next hit, we'll probably see an immediate burst. Outspaced. Blocked out of the sky.
Switch check on ad. That's such a shame. That's actually tight.
No.
Another negative penalty. Another negative penalty.
There's the immediate burst we were talking about next, and we'll take it. Try to dash for the throw. Fantastic tech. Blocked out of the sky. Backs off. Re-engage the low. Abba's a bar, but the instant overhead was not blocked. And so,
not an overhead.
The instant mid connected. And so Wozgozz takes the set 3-1. Grand finals, it is Ian Sharp on the Anji versus Wozgozz on the Johnny. The battle of the E's. The battle of the top tiers. The battle of the offense. Who do you got?
It's in the game.
It's in the game. That it is.
Yeah, it's in the game. It's in the game. Who have I got? Honestly, Wozgozz is in a killer momentum right now, right? So I feel like they're going to do very well in the first set. I genuinely do, right? Despite the fact they're getting comboed here.
I'm very curious on the spin interactions with Johnny. I need to know, because Ian Sharp is super spin heavy, and they can make you doubt throwing out bigger normals. And I feel like that could really come down on Johnny. Oh my God.
Specifically Wozgozz's Johnny, who's a very patient fella. We saw that in the previous three sets. It was kind of beautiful to watch, but Anji's one of those players. He doesn't let you do that.
One more hit. No GG. Spin. There's the spin. Spin, 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 spin,
spin, spin. So here's the problem, backpack. Here is the problem, the conundrum, if you will, is that Wozgozz, a bit of a patient player, up against Anji, who has high health, and of course, one of the scariest like anti-neutral tools in the game, spin. So if you go for that misfinder, that's his turn. You go for first slash, that's his turn. You go for an approach, like try and mix up the pace, that's his turn. And that is something that Wozgozz is constantly having to battle. He has to place his tools right. If he doesn't, he gets called out and punished for it. And that's what Ian Sharp is doing right now.
Ian Sharp double fire slash, both are going to whip their Wozgozz punishes, but still Wozgozz trapped in the corner. The aggression is so paying off for Ian Sharp, who's consistently... Oh! That was crazy.
Good gold burst.
Well, actually, the gold burst looked like it was hard punished, and then Ian Sharp tried to throw it out of the air or something. Either way, the 5P takes game number 1.
As an accent core play, that back. Can't you do that? That's a thing you got to do back in the day.
Big an X Surge, you could do it too, but I'm not too educated on those games, even though I went out of my way to educate myself on those games. Oh, they're taking a wee bit to restart. Do you think Wozgozz taking a bit of a breather right now? I think I would if I was Wozgozz. Yeah, certainly.
Sometimes you need a little breather and a high octane set. Round start, we're going to see that spin. Ian Sharp continuing to take advantage of the bigger normals that Wozgozz is throwing out neutral.
But in terms of predictions, I feel like Wozgozz, given a bit of time, they're going to win this first set, right? But then Ian Sharp is going to bring it back and then win the reset, I believe. That's my belief. That or Ian Sharp takes about a clean 3-0.
So sometimes super patient players
Jesus Christ
just get rolled by super aggressive players. Just on the principle that taking more turns in Guilty Gear Strive is better.
Aye.
Like just on that principle alone, being super defensive can cost you games against certain types of players. But obviously, we're in the early parts of this set. We don't know how it's going to end up. That's going to be blocking the sky. Threatens below, tries to dash in. Called out by the 2P.
Again, either clean 3-0 or reset point. That's it. But either or, if I get Ian Sharp wins it. Big knockdown. Offense. Went for the throw. I like this. Represent more throw. Ian Sharp's certainly been tricky on defense. So decent play to go for. Keeping it simple. Opening up the patient like defense. But no! Ian Sharp gets an amazing back throw. And just like Wozgozz has to defend for his life. Good 5k to escape. Good chase with Ian Senga. But unfortunately couldn't cash out. Good deck.
Fantastic 5k. Big post slash. That should be the round. Yeah, Anji going to hold on to that burst. And both players are going to have burst going into this final round. Round start going to be huge. We're going to see a neutral hop. Called out by Johnny, but called out with a 2P into the knockdown. Tries to chase with the 2S. Not going to work. Backdashed away. Setting out the fan. Also not going to work. Far slash. Avoided. Spins through. 2S. Burst comes out. Finally. Versus strike is Ian Sharp with the burst advantage.
Again, you've seen it. Wozgozz. Dead cautious. Well aware that they can't just throw it. They're misfiners. Good block. Not going to get open up. Jumps out. Faking the misfiners. A good 6P. Ian Sharp just utilizing all the tools to get in. The IVFD showing that Wozgozz got that rhythm. But still stuck in the corner. Has to defend. Oh, good trade. Woo.
Big jump in here.
Just again.
Starts with that offense. Finds a counter hit and solid confirm. That's so important to Wozgozz's game plan because they're finding so many counter hits at long range. And Ian Sharp just wakes up, presses the button, spins through while the delay just absolutely calls out the burst. And so Ian Sharp goes up 2-0. Are you starting to rethink what your considerations of the set? Does anything change so far?
I told you my two predictions, right? So you do know them, which is either Ian Sharp 3-0s it or they win it on the reset, right?
Okay, so you got Ian Sharp in the long haul and the short haul.
Pretty much, yeah. But if Wozgozz can really call out these spins, because that is the tragic thing right now. That's the best way to put it, tragic. If they can call out the momentum of Ian Sharp's type of defensive and neutral-like plays, they might be on it. They
Ian
could potentially
Sharp,
win
I
it.
think, just really has the character to counter the game plan, but also has the play style to counter this game plan. So it's a really rough matchup for Wozgozz. They're going to have to find a way to both keep Ian Sharp out, but also not just falter to every single spin in. Like, aggressively running him with the spin seems to be very effective. You have to start hard calling it out. But honestly, dealing with that option, it's really difficult to RPS with in general.
And it's looking more and more rough as we continue on. Set point for Ian Sharp. The prediction is about to come true. The 3-0 potentially. Wozgozz, can you defeat fate? Or are you going to have to hold the pressure back onto it when threatened? The far slash into the Virgin. What a shimmy. Had to give up the burst. And Wozgozz dealing with the Virgin offense. We're back into it. Has the bar.
Oh, outspace because the FD 6P. Into the anterior, into the knockdown, 2P OTG. Sets of the butterfly, sets of the bird, close slash, tap 5D, into the Anji mix, not gonna work. Fantastic block there on the low, but Wozgozz gets opened up, getting pushed away, plays at that farther spacing, tried to stall it for the meter, and there it is, spins back in, backdash, spins back in, fans, shimmy, throw, OTG next hit will take the tournament.
Wait,
fantastic
he's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet. Wozgozz showing life in the set. Jumps around, goes to the JD stall, Piercy stall, thrown out of the sky. Wozgozz just went Super Saiyan, but it's a backdash back throw that shuts down the tournament. Ian Sharp is your baccpaBrawl 155 champion with the very aggressive Anji.